What is up today, guys? Today I'm going to show you, and this has been requested by many of my friends, to know how to set up ACS as in a gun system. Advanced something, blah, blah, blah. I don't even know. I'll show up how to set up 1.7.5, which is the same as 1.7.6, and 2.0.0, or 2.0.1 is the same as 2.0.0. So first go to your toolbox, search up ACS. We'll shut up ACS 1.7.5 first. Enter it in. Boop. You just click the first one, ACS 1.7.5 official. Make sure you have your toolbox open to find it, or else you're never going to find it. Okay. Next thing's next. You can close your toolbox. Make sure you have properties open in workspace. So don't worry about all this. All this will be deleted. So you click open your gear icon here. And you can delete AI. You can delete NVG. And that's it. Alright, so you take your workspace model, drag in workspace, ungroup. You take your starter character, so you open up your start player here, drag in the starter character scripts. You take your server script service and you drag in server script service and ungroup. By the way, if you want to know the shortcut for it, just do Control U. Ungroup this into replicated storage, so ungroup it. Tools, so tools you can put into, if you want to have it in your backpack when you first start up, put it in here and ungroup it. If you don't, put it in server storage. What I'm going to do is put in server pack to start out with it. And then your sound service, your footsteps, put in starter player scripts. So put the one there, which is a script, and then put your other model into sound service. Oops. There we go. Ungroup. There you go. And then these are different things. So the complex wall would. So this stuff, I would say, if you're trying to make an R6 game, have those. These are breachable doors. I'm not gonna go over these, so you can actually just delete these. Don't delete the ACS folder. You can delete the model for ACS footsteps. You can delete the REMI, but make sure you keep the gear icon. Next thing's next. Make sure you save your game. So ACS tutorial will do. Me save. So we'll just save it up real quick. Give it a minute. And I'll show you why you have to save it, because it's actually kind of important. So it's going to load up here. Okay. So now since it's loaded up here, it's going to save everything you have. What you're going to do then is go to Avatar up here. If you don't have this, go to File, Game Settings, go to Avatar, and then change it to R6. If you do, go to, not Setup, Avatar, which is this gear here, and extend this out and click the three dots here and click R6 only. And press Save Changes, save and restart, and then you can size this back to normal. Once you do that, you can hit play, and what you'll start to do is get a ton of weapons in here, and I'll show you how to disable these. So you have your USB, AK, shotgun, little friend. Some of these you do have to rack, reload, whatever. RPK. You have your MP7. You know, you have all this stuff. Now let's say you want different realistic guns in 1.7.5. What you can do is go to Home, click Toolbox, search up ACS 1.7.5. Once you search that up, there will be like a ton of packs here. So for example, maybe I want this RPG. Maybe I want these tasers. Maybe I want this rifle here. And then maybe I want these handguns. So actually what we'll do is, if you want to keep the gun models it comes with, you can. If you don't, just delete everything in replicated storage, ACS engine, gun models client, delete all these, go to server, and delete all the models too. If you want a shortcut, click AM at the top, hold down shift and click all the way at the bottom. And then go to starter pack and delete all these. Boom. So if your guns, so like let's say you equipped one of these guns and it puts you in first person and it doesn't show, that means your tool, your server, and your client, one of these do not match the same name. So yeah, we won't worry about hidden holster for now. Just put your Glock 17 client. So what you can do is drag your client into client and do Control U. Drag your server into server and do Control U. And take Glock 17, put that into your starter pack. We'll do the same thing for the rifle. So we can actually delete the ACS Glock 17 model, go to the rifle. So C we'll put into client and do ungroup. S we'll put into server and do ungroup. And this we'll put in a starter pack and do that. So we'll do the same thing with the taser. So client, drag into client, ungroup. Drag server into server, ungroup. Drag tool into starter pack and ungroup. And we'll do one last thing with the RPG, so you can delete the taser model, RPG. And now this is how it works with any 1.7.5 model for these. So drag client side into client, drag server side into server, and then drag tool into starter pack. Oops, there we go. And then make sure you ungroup it. Alright, so now if I go in game, so now we will have a Glock 17. And I know you guys can hear the sound, that's just because I have it turned down, just because it's loud. We have this one. V is, by the way, to turn to semi. We have an RPG. I would try to shoot this close, but I die. I'll do it in a second. You have your taser, and here's your RPG. I'll just blow it myself up, and stuff like that. If you want to get rid of the menu here and here, what you can do is go to replicated storage, open up your ACS engine, go to HUD, and grab all of these, and just turn it off. But if you want to keep the crouch UI, turn on status UI and keep it enabled. Or if you don't want neither, make sure you have GPS HUD on. If you want the GPS over here, if you don't want neither, then you can turn it off. The status UI we'll just keep enabled. The status UI basically shows like how much health you have. Are you crouched? Are you prone? That kind of thing. So yeah. So R is reload, of course. You have F. You have H for laser. You have J for flashlight. And that's pretty much it with these. So yeah, that's how all of your guns will, with 1.7.5 will work. Now I will show you 2.0 and 2.01. So if you don't want to use this, then you delete all of these. Boop. Go to there. Go to here. Delete. Go to here. Delete this. Delete that. Go to here. Delete this. And then in your toolbox, instead you search up ACS 1.7.5, do ACS 2.0. Or you can do 2.01. So, for example, 2.0.1 official. We'll click it. We'll press OK. Alright, so now this one is more advanced. So what you'll do is you'll click open this, and you can close your toolbox. Delete NVG, and that's it. Alright, so take your tools, ungroup it in either server storage and start pack. Remember, start pack instantly goes in your inventory. If you put in server storage, it stores in there. Open up your ACS footstep system, put this in sound service. Put this one into starter player scripts. And then delete this. Take this in a replicated storage, ungroup. Take this one in a server script service, ungroup. Starter character service or scripts, ungroup. Take this to starter player scripts, ungroup, and then workspace. So that's everything you have to do with this. And then if you go to here, you can just delete all these. Alright, so now 2.0 I would recommend, or 2.01 I would recommend a lot more, just because it's more efficient. So we'll insert a spawn point, just so that we can spawn because I can delete it. So now if I hop in, we have just this. This is what 2.0 has. It's only that. So yeah, so you have your flashbang. You have this. You have this. You have your knife. You have your M18, which is a smoke grenade. Your M67, which is a grenade. You have your pump action, your MP5, your sniper with no scope, and your USP. So that's all 2.0 comes with. Now it's a kind of same step with disabling the HUD. So you can go to HUD and disable all of them if you want. There's crosshairs, there's combat logs, there's doors, there's a lot more here. I'm just going over the basics. So if you ever want to put in a grenade and you find a toolbox, just put in grenade models. And then, so actually I'll show you as an example. So actually first we'll go over guns. So with a gun, let's say we want this gun, like at the 50 cal. Just let it load in everything. And then maybe we want this gun. And with 2.0, you also will find more realistic guns like this. Much more realistic, much more better. They come in packs too if you really want packs. So like here's a Desert Eagle. What is this? Here's like a Draco, so we'll start with these. So now we'll take the Barrett, and it's a little different. So in your replicated storage, open up ACS engine, and then open up gun models. And all you have to do, and actually what I'm going to do is delete these, just because I don't want them in the way. I'll even delete gun models. So now we're going to take the Barrett 50 cal model and just put it in gun models. And we'll take the Barrett 50 cal tool and put it in starter pack. We can delete the main model. Then we can go to Draco, drag the Draco tool into starter pack, and drag the gun model into gun models, and then you can do it on group. Just make sure it's the same name as this. Open this. You can delete the Draco model. Open up Desert Eagle. Open up this one and put it in there. We can delete this, and then we can open up this, put the tool in here, and then make sure the gun model goes in there, and then we can delete that. So now if we hit play, we will have our Barrett 50 cal. And see, I have a crosshair with this. I have my Draco, Desert Eagle, now, I really like the Desert Eagle. And then if you want to change the gun sounds of either one, so if you want to change the gun sounds on 1.7.5, go to gun models server and then choose whatever one. In here, you just go to gun models, and then you have your chamber. No, you go to your handle. So this is where you change your shell insert safety click mag pouch mag out mag in click aim up and down, and they have like a ton of other stuff. So your firing would be a muzzle. So like this one is this sound, you know, or you have the suppressor, or you have fire 2, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's how you make all those, and I hope you guys have a great luck with this tutorial. If you have any questions, friend on Discord or comment down below if you want to friend me. It's all lowercase, DEV_VIRSO period. Well, yeah, let's have a great rest of your night.